And the map is Cloud Kingdom, the blue Protoss, or the red Protoss, BabyKnight in the top right, and the green Terran in the bottom left, Empire.Beastyqt.
Aren't you colorblind? How can you tell that?
No, I can see these colors, I just messed up in my brain.
Oh, okay.
Because I casted too many games. But yeah, the map Cloud Kingdom, what are your thoughts on this TVP?
I remember seeing a really cool build, the Puma versus MC in the IEM. They're discussing the fact that both of them probably qualify from points, whether they win or lose. So this is actually a little bit
These guys are actually like, this game doesn't matter because we both have insane amount of points because we're awesome. And we're going to qualify anyway, but of course it does matter. Anything can still happen in the last qualifiers, and I imagine they would rather be safe than have to worry about being cheesed in all the best of ones and getting barely enough points. I remember the old TSLs for StarCraft 1 where it was absolutely crazy. Like, we always were way up there and didn't worry, but like all the bad gamers, like between rank...
Oh, the last night was so tense, they have to stay up the entire time waiting to see if
between
someone's going to
rank
snipe
20
them.
and 50, they were all like looking at the ladder every single second and you know, just checking to see if anyone was catching up, and then they'd play one game and it'd be so risky because if they lost that game they would lose points and fall out of the top 32.
I was watching Azale play an online qualifier for a WoW tournament a couple weeks back in the house, and it reminded me of all that because they were the best team there and everyone just kept trying to snipe them and like mess with their points and dodge them, and it was terrible. Brought back all those awful memories.
No, I think they were great fun times. I'm just sitting on.
Well, it was fun as long as you stay on top, but if you actually have to compete with the rest of them, it's terrible. I remember that from the old WCG USA qualifiers.
Yeah, I've had some where I was dangerously low too, actually. Not that great. But it looks like Beastie will once again go for the 1-rank CC. I haven't seen him do anything else, but it works for him, so can't blame him. And BabyKnight, this time with an early scout, or not an early scout, but same scout, gets into the main again. He's not going to be surprised by what he sees. He's going to know what's coming, and once again he decided to go for the core with the gas, nothing crazy.
Still only 2 probes on gas, same as the first 2 games. Last game I didn't notice we had 2 or 3 probes on gas, so not sure if that's a tell just yet. That might just be a standard open. He might have things timed out for that. However, it does seem like it should delay warp gate if you also get the stalker.
Oh wow, look at Beastie.
Beastie. Yeah, I guess he got tired of us talking about how he only goes 1-rack CC.
Yeah, he heard us.
Went for the second and third rack's going to be a Marine SCV all in.
And this is very smart. I mean, even we were convinced he would go 1-rack CC again, and I'm sure BabyKnight is 100% convinced that Beastie is gonna 1-rack CC again, and then this all-in is gonna be very strong because BabyKnight is going for the Nexus. So if he doesn't feel worried right now, which he probably doesn't, he is currently losing out his warp gate, so this is gonna be interesting. But
he didn't even start warp gate until after the Nexus went down, though. He's not producing a single unit. One thing that may be a little bit of a tell for him that Beastie did have. This fight, Beastie's actually talking about that. The fact that he didn't put down an engineering bay in order to block the Nexus is a little bit fishy because it's almost as if he wants the Nexus to be there because he's doing it all in. And then he actually comments about it and complains that he didn't put up the engineering bay.
Yeah, that's very tricky. Funny. That is very tricky, very smart if you plan it like that. But you know, it's very dangerous to get into mind games like that because you could think like that. Oh my God, if he actually wanted to,
you always end up second guessing yourself back and forth.
And then you play someone that doesn't put out an eBay because they're, I don't know, they're not smart or whatever, and then you make the wrong assumption. So, but the SCV actually gets in from BC this time. He has the 3 warp gates and the core. So actually no tech or anything like that. So it seems like BabyKnight is preparing for this the best way he could, considering he's totally blind.
Oh, he was actually going for a warp gate rush himself. He's assuming that there's a command center down there and that he's going to go pressure it. But in fact, getting up that amount of gateways and that amount of warp gates really quickly could help him defend this. And there goes the SCV train. A bunch of Marines are already on the map, and they have not been scouted yet. BabyKnight has no idea this is coming. Just has 2 stalkers out plus his probes. Warp gate about to complete and 3 gateways up. So we will have 3 warp gate production, but not a lot of money banked. Yeah,
BabyKnight is completely blind. He's moving his stalkers forward. He has no idea. He's thinking he's going to attack into the 1-rack CC, but at the same time, at the top of the map, all these SCVs and all these Marines just moving in. And these stalkers now see what's going on, taking the tower. Oh, there's Marines moving towards me. I better head back to my base. And he needs sentries immediately.
He actually just forced in stalkers. And so many Marines and SCVs coming in. Stalkers, with great control, he can pick this off very efficiently. However, he's SCV drill coming in there that could surround. Oh, if he gets a surround on the stalkers, the game's over. The probes are joining the fight. He's not reacting enough to this. He doesn't realize it's all in. He keeps some probes mining and just doesn't continue to produce units. Those 2 stalkers still out on the map, and stalkers go down barely killing anything at all.
The stalkers just die, and I mean, if BabyKnight is running back his 2 Stalkers, not doing anything, but these Marines and SCVs are killing everything. He's running everything. 2 bunkers are going up. And now all the probes are fighting. They all die so fast, and there is 10 probes left right now. Still, the Stalkers are trying to pick off the SCVs building the bunkers, but there is still so many Marines left, and Beasty has actually has so little economy too. They're both mining the same thing, but I think it's just too many Marines. He's trying to micro with the Stalkers, using the range, but the bunkers are almost done.
The bunkers complete.
Now the bunkers
those are
finish.
both in range of the gateways, and he's just not going to be able to kill those off. Too many SCVs repairing. The Zealot weapon's good, either with tank damage, but just not enough stuff to actually take down those bunkers. And this looks like it could be game over.
Targeting down the SCVs though, and getting almost all of them. There is a second bunker though, so I feel like this army from BabyKnight will just eventually die. And this was actually so close. The Marines were getting so low health. He was doing a great job microing with the Stalkers, but the bunkers just went up barely in time, and now, you know, there's 8 probes left and 6 SCVs left. These Stalkers are microing like crazy. One of them dies. He shouldn't lose another one. He picks up the last Marines, but the next
a lot more Marines
12 Marines are already on the way for Beasty.
And with one Stalker and one Stalker that's essentially dead, and he's actually spending his Chrono Boost on probes.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to hold this out.
Yep.
He thought
You're
going to
find out.
Game.
There's the Marines.
Not going to find out.
No, this is what he was able to make.
That's true. I don't need SCVs to make Marines. And BabyKnight agrees with us. He believes that mules are pretty good.
Mules are pretty good, and these are way too many Marines. He loses everything.
And Beasty says he was on the phone.
He was on the phone. Well,
that
very